faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's
Silverfell.
What's up, everyone? We are talking about Batgirl today. Batgirl. That is what we're talking about today. An amazing, crazy move by Warner Brothers Discovery to cancel the Batgirl movie that was going to be on HBO Max at first, and then they thought it was so good that they were like, "Hey, no, this deserves a theatrical release." And then after they made that decision, they were like, hey, wait a minute, we're not going to release it in the theater. But what about HBO Max? No, we're not going to release it on HBO Max either. It's just not going to get released at all. And this comes on the coattails or on the heels of Aquaman 2, where they reshot. They took out Keaton. So Keaton was in 3 movies, if you ask Andre 4. But 3 movies they were going to release with Keaton in it. It was Aquaman 2, The Flash, and then Batgirl. And so we just recently heard, or they announced, because they did that on purpose, they wanted to sort of start building some hype, was that they replaced Keaton with Affleck in Aquaman 2. Bold move. Let's see how that plays out. Then the second piece to the puzzle is Batgirl, in which we don't know how big a role or small role Keaton had for Batgirl, but that one just got canceled today. Interesting turn of events happened this afternoon. All the major trades are covering it, so it's legit. I'm just happy. Like I said, I'm happy that no scooper was able to scoop that out. They're all losing their minds right now, and that's hilarious. The next movie that is in question that has Michael Keaton attached to it is, of course, The Flash. But in that movie, he has a considerable role. And so, yeah, it's very it's in the air as far as who is going to, or how this DC cinematic universe is going to go forward, and what their plans are, what they're going to do. They started the tirade or the execution off with Wonder Twins. Actually, it started before that. Before even Discovery took over, they were cutting or trimming the fat, where they were taking out. It was New Gods. They took out the New Gods film, and we still have Blue Beetle, which is still cool, still dope. I think it's because it doesn't have Michael Keaton in it. I think it still has a chance to come out. And then. Let's see. After that, The Trench. They removed the Trench movie. Nobody cared about that. And then, So what else do we have here? But the movies. They moved the slate. They said, you know what? We were supposed to get the Flash movie first, then followed by the Aquaman movie, then followed with I think maybe Black Adam, and then Shazam. Or maybe it was the Flash, then Black Adam, then Aquaman, then Shazam. It could have been that way. But anyway, so they took Black Adam and Shazam, they moved it up, and they said, hey, you know what? These 2 movies are not really connected to the hey, just got the shirt in today. Thanks for noticing, Truth. You can pick this up on my Teespring store. It's freaking dope, and they don't sell this stuff in stores. Not exclusive, only to the Zero Fat store, not in retail stores. Anyway, so they canceled the lineup and said, hey, you know what? We're going to put these films in the back burner and kind of see what we can do with them. A lot of people thought that it was the controversy with Amber Heard and with Ezra Miller, but they had moved the Flash movie prior to a lot of the stuff coming out from the Hawaii incidents or whatever with Ezra Miller. And like I said, a lot of people don't really know who Ezra Miller and Amber Heard are. They're not sort of living room type, or they're not water cooler type, actors. Nobody really. I mean, they're there, but they're not they're not superstars or anything like that. So nobody's really talking about them. And you can tell because they're not canceling Aquaman 2. If they're putting Ben Affleck in it, they might have minimized the role for Amber Heard, but they're not. Even though there's petitions and all kinds of stuff to take Amber out of the movie, unless they're doing something behind the scenes, it seems like because the movie's still in production, it's not being canceled. That they don't really care about the Amber Heard controversy, and probably felt like that will have died off by the time that the movie comes out. Yeah, man. Thanks. Yeah. Hey, pick yourself up one. I know you like Robin. So check my mic. Oh, snap. What's up? Hold up. Let me see here. Settings. Do I not have it set to? I do. Let me see. No, it's not. Audio. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's not selected to it. God dang it. There it is. Oh, well. This should be better. I don't know why it changed. I didn't make any changes here. Anyway. So I hope it's better for you guys. Can you, what's up? Can you hear me better? Am I better now? Am I better 1 or am I better 2? A or B? Smash that like button. That's what's up. Nicotina would be on the show tonight, but he is indisposed. Thank you. So anyway, like I was saying, it seems that Warner Brothers Discovery is not really concerned with the Amber Heard controversy because they're going to go ahead and move forward with releasing Aquaman 2 in theaters because Aquaman 2 made $1 billion. So why wouldn't they continue that, and try to capitalize on that? And I mean, hopefully it's a good movie. We'll see. And then, so that goes back over to the Black Adam universe, Black Adam DC universe now, which is, I guess, a thing, trademark. Yes. And you should be tumbling right along with them. Learn how to tumble. That will save your life one day. And so you have Black Adam that's coming out in October. A huge missed opportunity. If this is what they're doing, if they're investing in Ben, and hopefully if they're investing in Henry, even if he is sick, if they're investing in Henry and Gall and the rest of the cast, Jason and everyone, then that's good for the future. I'm not going to shout from rooftops and say, oh, the Snyderverse has been restored or anything like that, because it could still be that, hey, they're trying to make the best out of the mess that they inherited when buying or purchasing Warner Brothers to start with. So we'll see what happens. It would be really awesome. It would be really dope if we got back on track, if the Flash movie led back into the nightmare nightmare world. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Nova Joe? Yes. Sex is Ryan. Hashtag that hashtag trends every day. But not because I'm the one putting it out there. I'm just the one enjoying it. So, but yeah, no, it would be really dope if at the end of the Flash movie, he goes off and does this thing with Michael Keaton, because that role is too substantial. They would have to do major reshoots to make any sort of adjustment or addition, like if they swapped out Michael Keaton for Jeffrey Dean Morgan. And again, if they did that, who's to say that the Flash movie would then be, coherent? So there were reports that the Flash movie was good. They had high praises. Wherewith, Batgirl, right here, Batgirl, they did not get high praises. And guys, check out my channel. At the beginning of the year, I did pose the question, will Batgirl fail? I believe I did that back in January. And lo and behold, it has failed. It has failed, not the way that I thought it would, but it has failed completely. So what we're doing here is sort of, I'm hoping, course correcting. We'll see these guys here. They're definitely making the stuff that dreams are made of so far. I give them the benefit of the doubt. We'll see. But I'm so glad that, and I made this a long time ago, I'm so glad that most of these people, except for Michael Oslin, who is, of course, right there on the left of Emmerich, are gone. Like Ansaranoff is gone. I'm sure Hamada is going to get his slip, and the guy in the back, well, don't worry about him. But anyway, most of those people are gone now. I wonder what happened with Oslin, because Oslin is the one that has the best relations with Michael Keaton and getting him in the movie, because he has had a hand in almost every single Batman property since the 1980s, maybe even before. But this is what I originally thought was going to happen in this movie. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger than originally intended, where you would have Keaton, you'd have Routh, you'd have Affleck, you'd have Cavill, you'd have Jeffrey Dean Morgan, you'd have, just a whole crap ton of cameos and things like that coming into a different alternate universe. And it just seems like that isn't really what we're going to be getting. We're just going to be getting Sasha Calle, which it's still up in the air. Is she still going to be Superman or Supergirl? Is that still going to be a thing? And guys, I'm not hating on Batgirl. As a matter of fact, let's see. I don't want to share that, but as a matter of fact, if I could close that, there we go. I was preparing something right here. I had drawn Batgirl, and so yeah, I mean, you're not going to do that to something you don't like. So, and this is definitely Leslie Grace's Batgirl, and I had sketched that out and was going to add that to something I'm working on, but apparently not. Apparently, this isn't going to happen, or it's not going to happen in the movie that she was supposed to be in. Maybe she'll be part of an ensemble cast. And here's another one that I recently drew. You can find on my YouTube channel, the YouTubes of Batgirl. It's the same concept outfit. I adjusted some things, but for the most part, the integrity of the character is still there. It has the large, the wings and all that, and so yeah, I mean, I definitely, was sort of giving it the benefit of the doubt. I was going to give it a watch, and now that it's over and done with, it's well, where do we go from here? What's going to happen? What are we doing now? No one really knows. It's your guess is as good as mine. And let's see what you guys are saying. Nova Joe says, hold on, Robin is dead and the Snyder's. I understand that, but who's to say that the Snyderverse is going to be there? And we don't know. Is the Snyderverse restored? Until it's announced. I'm going to say no until it's announced, because it could be that they're just trying to make sense of what they were given. Let's see. How could it not be? Because they want to do their own thing. They just bought a company. Why would they say, hey, you know what? Let me listen to somebody else. I don't know. But who knows? Who knows? I mean, I'm super shocked about the Batgirl news anyway, right? It's definitely something that that threw me for a loop. So anyway, he says, to all the haters who said we should look forward to what the toxic regime was going to leave us with something that is now canceled. I hope Blue Beetle works out. I do too, because I do like Blue Beetle. The Zebraverse is intact. There's nothing, you don't have to worry about that. The Zebraverse is there. It's always going to be there. It's a staple in society. That it's, you should know that. Of all people, that the Zebraverse is intact. But yeah, going back to this, this one, in my opinion, has the least likely chance to get canceled, because it is a theatrical release. It is something that is that they, even though, okay, so here's some information I shared with some people today on Spaces. Dawson hosted a Spaces where, hey, Discovery, when they purchased Warner Brothers, they didn't put any money toward this project or Aquaman or Black Adam or Shazam. That money was already spent. So when they purchased the company, that money was already there. They'd already spent it. It's done. So it's not something that they're like, oh man, we're going to take a loss. Really not, because that's all covered when you purchase something. Like if you purchase, a stock or something like that, you're not worried about what happened before. What you purchased it for is what you've invested in. That's same thing with anything. If you buy a used car, you're inheriting the problems, but you didn't purchase the spoiler, you didn't purchase the rims, you didn't purchase all the extra additives that the previous owner did, which is AT&T in this case. So let me jump back over here, guys. Let's see. Okay, Arkham Gaming. Hold on one second. Was Zaslav greenlight that? I can't see it exactly right here. How can it not? How can he not? I don't know. I would agree with Nova Joe on something like that. That's the same reasoning. I think the reason why it got canceled is because David Zaslav wants to focus on a list of characters, and he says and he said it's a priority to focus on Superman enough. Though I'm sad and I understand. Well, the thing is that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but DC was touting that they were going to be doing their own thing. Like nothing really mattered. Nothing had to be directly connected. You were just going to have creatives come in, make a movie, or maybe they were just saying that for the Matt Reeves, and that was like, okay, that's the only excuse. And that could be as well. It could be. But we don't exactly know that. I think the reason why they canceled it was because they're trying to minimize confusion with the projects that Keaton was attached to. And I don't feel bad for Keaton. It's sad that we don't get to see what exactly his character did or whatever, because I mean that's interesting. But I mean the man got paid for it. He's going to do the Vulture. He's good to go. So anyway, yeah, thanks for the comments, man. Let me know what you guys think about this stuff. Oh yes, thank you. I just got this in today. It is on my my Teespring store. If you like Robin and you like this this type of shirt, not many shirts have the green sleeves. So I was like, that's something that I have to make. So let's go back up here. Nicotine says he doesn't have a picture loaded on StreamYard. No, I don't. The detective Nicotina is correct. I do not have that loaded, and I'm not sure where it is. Warner Brothers Discovery has spent upwards of $200 million on the Flash. Really? They spent the money? Warner Brothers Discovery? I don't think Discovery spent that money on the Flash, unless they came in and spent it between March and now. That's not the money. That's not their money. That was AT&T's money. AT&T spent that money. They purchased a property that had already invested. They're done. So anything that they come into, anything from now, like even if it made $10, that's $10 profit that they made from this movie. So hashtag we understand Zaslav. Well, hopefully I'd love to understand him eventually. What's up, Sean? How's it going? Nice. Like your thumbnail. Or avatar, whatever. Anyway, do you think Blue Beetle will be canceled since Batgirl is canceled? No, I don't believe Blue Beetle will be canceled unless unfortunately, like Michael Keaton had something to do with that. I think for the most part, Blue Beetle is going to be a standalone, much like Shazam, much like Black Adam. I think it's going to be a standalone, and I think it'll be able to stand on its own 2 feet. And a lot of praise has been by the fans have been sent to the costume and to everything that they've seen so far, even though it's not much. Whereas Batgirl, there's a lot of there's a lot of confusion, and I don't think Blue Beetle would bring a lot of confusion to the general audience that watches it. I think if it's a self-contained story, then it can be its own thing. Much like Man of Steel, self-contained story. It doesn't have to connect to anything. Much like the first Aquaman movie, self-contained. It did, sort of reference things here and there or whatever, but for the most part, it was self-contained. And so I think Blue Beetle hopefully should be fine, because I would love to see it, even if it's not a major character in the DC universe. I think that if they were still in the planning stages and they just signed Zolo and they were like, okay, we've signed you, we're not ready, we're still in pre-production, I think, yes, it could have been canceled, just like Wonder Twins, just like, just like New Gods. New Gods was in production. I think they were still in pre-production, but they had done a lot. And as far as like, coming up with the story and whatever, they had like 5 or 6 scripts or whatever. The thing was doomed from the beginning, but they'd done work, and for it to be canceled, I'm sure they were just like, yeah, we're just cutting our losses. So we shall see. What do you guys think? What do you guys think is going to happen next? Do you guys think the Flash is going to be doomed? The Flash is going to be gone, or do you think they're going to retool the Flash a little bit? Congratulations on wait. Congratulations, you successful on YouTube. Keep up the good work. Make millions and billions. Heck yes. I'm not here for the money, but it definitely is appreciated. Boop, and I got to put that on there because I'll forget. Anyway, What do you guys think of Black Adam? They're not going to cancel that thing. Shazam, they're not going to cancel that either. I think what they're going to do is they're going to watch and see. They're going to watch and see the reception of Black Adam. They're going to watch and see, what the reception is of Shazam, and then more importantly, you're going to watch and see the reception of Aquaman 2. I don't know that they're going to greenlight or they're going to announce anything. And I've been saying this for a while, is that I think that they should do something to that effect. Marvel comes out and they say, hey, we're doing phase 5, phase 6, and all this other stuff or whatever, but they've already got customer confidence. So they're confident in the product that they're bringing, even though some of the stuff, not every movie that that comes out from Marvel is fantastic. Not every Disney Plus feature that comes out from Marvel is fantastic, but they have a built-in audience. The audience will watch it, even if there's some stuff in there that's trash, they'll forgive it because they're looking at it on a macro. They're looking at a high level overall. They like Marvel, so that's kind of where DC needs to get, but they need to sort of build that rapport, that back and forth. And CQ says, I'm not here for the money. I'm here for Aquaman. Do I have that clip? I might have that clip. I might have that one. Yeah, I do.
I don't want your money. I want Aquaman.
That's funny. Oh wait, here you go. So you were gonna get Batman, or Batgirl, but
Things change.
and they certainly do. But yeah, guys, I mean, it's sad to know that I like Brendan Fraser. I think he was dealt a bad deal or a bad hand somewhere in the ether of when he was doing Mummy Returns and the Mummy and the thing with what was his name? Not Jet Li. Was it Jet Li? Yeah, it was Jet Li. And then he got molested or whatever. Something happened. Anyway, and then he kind of fell off the map for a little bit. Sort of got on that blacklist, and then he was making a comeback where he did the that HBO Max television show, Doom Patrol, and then he was going to come out and be in this. Yeah, he's a little overweight, but that's fine. I mean, it's cool. At least he got the part. He was going to do it. I would have loved to have seen it because I like him as an actor ever since Encino Man. I'm good to go. So yeah, I mean, he'll get other acting gigs, and again, he got paid. He got paid for his contribution. He's just nobody's going to be able to see his work. That's the tragedy of it. Same thing with Leslie Grace. I'm sure she was like, "Oh, this is going to be my breakout role," but it just didn't happen. So, who's to say? Who's to say where she's going to be? Like I said, for you guys that just came in, I am not at all crapping on Batgirl. Actually, I made a drawing stream recently of Batgirl, and I drew Batgirl here as well. Just another iteration of Leslie Grace's Batgirl. So I was, I don't want to say supportive, but I was curious. I was like, hey, I'll give it a go. Leslie Grace Randolph. There you go. What's up, Droga? Let me see. The Shazam 2 trailer was a great sign. I thought the Shazam 2 trailer was a better trailer than Black Adam, but I thought the Black Adam trailer that we got from Comic-Con was better than the first one where he caught the rocket. Thought that was stupid. Let's see. Arkham Gaming says, here's a question, because Batgirl was the movie that happens after the events of the Flash. Do you think that they're going to do some, or going to make some changes with the Flash and not have Michael Keaton replace Ben? I think that's what they're doing short term. I think that we are not going to see I think what they're going to do in the Flash is close off Michael Keaton, because he's no longer going to be in Aquaman 2, and he's no longer going to be seen in Batgirl. So here it is, Batgirl, done, gone, canceled. Like I said, I had a stream on this. Will Batgirl fail? Did this at the beginning of the year. I thought it was for different circumstances, but did I think it was going to fail? You'll have to check out that video to find out. Yeah, so I mean, it's. I think that's what they're doing. I think that they're saying, hey, you know what? I think Alan Horn, Nicotina was telling me that Alan Horn came out and said, hey, why are you bringing Michael Keaton back? Which is it's a fair question. What they could do with Michael Keaton, which I think would be better, would be to have him in the Flash because he's already there. You're not going to get Jeffrey Dean Morgan. You're not going to go back and retool the Flash and all that because then it could end up a disjointed story, just like my whole channel is a receipt. You get something disjointed like Justice League. And you don't want that. You don't want people going into the theater, coming out of watching the Flash and saying, "Oh, that was trash. Oh, this new DC's trash," or whatever, because it's it's being released in 2023. So it's a part of the new, the new slate, if you will. So you don't want to do that. If the story's solid with Michael Keaton's Batman in it, just leave it as is. It's a cool sort of nostalgic thing. Hey, we see him again. But what would be cool is if they close it off and at the end he meets Terry McGinnis, and then they can go off and do their own Batman Beyond movie together as he's old man, Bruce Wayne, and you've got Terry McGinnis there, and they can do like a movie or something like that and see if that gains interest or anything like that. You can have your Batman Beyond. That'd be dope. Which is what we all thought it was going to be at the beginning. We're like, yeah, okay, the Keaton's coming in. Oh, they're going to do the, Tim Burton universe, and they're going to, make Batman Beyond because he's 70 years old. It makes sense. But then it was like, no, he's going to replace Ben as the main Batman, and he's going to be sort of a Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury kind of thing. And we're like, what? That makes zero sense. And guys, if you haven't done it, please smash that like button. I appreciate it. It really does help out because, I just put this thing up tonight. I wasn't. I was going to do a drawing stream, but I figured no one's going to watch that because Batgirl's the news. Everybody wants to hear about Batgirl. So let's see. Well, Katina. I never said that. Of course you did. You did say that, and that came out of your mouth. And supposedly coming from a scooper on Twitter, there's going to be another canceled film of DC coming tomorrow. The only films that are out there is just Blue Beetle, Aquaman 2, which they're definitely not. If they hired Ben to come back, they're not going to cancel it. And they're not going to cancel Black Adam, and they're not going to cancel Shazam 2. So the only one that could cancel, if that's true, would be Blue Beetle. If there's no cancellation tomorrow of any DC movies, I would say don't listen to that scooper ever again. In fact, run away in the opposite direction. That person obviously is just coming up with shit out their ass. So let's see. We'll continue that one. Keaton's old, but I feel everyone acts like he's Prince Philip. I don't do anything with Prince Philip or have any admiration for Prince Philip or anything like that. So I don't know what that means. Let's see. I think what they should do with Michael Keaton is just make the Batman Beyond movie. I think so. It would be wild to cancel the Batman sequels. They're not going to do that for Matt Reeves' The Batman. That's another property, but I don't think they're going to cancel Matt Reeves' The Batman. You know what? I own it. Where is it? Somewhere. I own it. But I haven't watched it all the way through again because it's kind of slow-paced and boring. It's a detective movie, and I think it's well made, but it doesn't capture my attention. It doesn't really hold my attention. I watched it the first time in the theater. I thought it could have been cut down from however long it was to maybe 2.5 hours, 2 hours, something like that. Didn't need everything. It was kind of, and I don't know. It's not the very best made Batman film ever or whatever, but it is good. I just thought it borrowed a lot, oddly, from Chris Nolan's Batman Begins or Batman Dark Knight trilogy. So anyway, yeah, they're not going to cancel that. So anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on the whole thing. I think that the Batgirl being canceled came out of left field. I didn't see that coming. I didn't think that they would do that. I thought that they would eventually just release it on HBO Max again. Because it was funny. It was like, hey, if it's good enough for HBO Max to be, or from HBO Max, they were like, no, we're going to do theatrical. I thought that there was at least some confidence there that this thing is good product. But if it's not, because they were like, all right, it's not going to appear on HBO Max. We're going to put it on, out in the theaters, for the masses. And then they were like, okay, well, now we're canceling it. You don't want to put it back on HBO Max or Discovery Plus? No, we're going to shelve it indefinitely. Yeah, no one should see this, which is what they should have done with Ghostbusters 2016. They should have shelved that thing, spent the money on it, but shelved that thing, and it should not have seen the light of day. A lot of the issues was from the fans was not only did you have Michael Keaton, which was 5 years older than J.K. Simmons, which is 65, and you have Michael Keaton is 70, but you had Leslie Grace that had a not that impressive costume. But everyone says this, and we didn't see this in Batman or The Batman with Robert Pattinson. You don't see the evolution. You don't see that. Oh yeah, this outfit is only the prototype, and then it's going to be better at the end or whatever. We didn't see that in the Batman. Everyone was saying that. They were like, yeah, no, he's going to have a better bat suit at the end. He's going to have a better Batmobile at the end. And I was like, no, it's and now the goalpost has changed for that and said, hey, you know what? No, the sequel will have and of course, every sequel, even if you look at the Man of Steel costume, it upgrades every single time you come back because they always go back to the drawing board and try to make it better for the actor and better for the for screen. But yeah, I mean, it's people are silly. They want to love something so bad, they want to hold on to it so bad that even with all of its flaws, they're like, no, this is pure. This is what I want. And good for you if you like that kind of thing, But I would say, open the door for more films instead of closing it off, but kind of get your house in order first before you make any new films. Before you greenlight another project, make sure your house is in order. Make sure you know where you're going. Make sure you have a plan and that you have conveyed the plan to your audience. That they don't let us know anything. When they let us know, it's disappointing, underwhelming, and stupid. Even the unveiling of whatever at the San Diego Comic-Con, it just felt haphazard and lazy. They didn't know what to do. They didn't build anything up. They didn't even advertise Super Pets. It was just like, oh, it's going to cost too much money to advertise, Super Pets, which they could have just, I don't know. It's really dumb. No, this thing is also going to be shelved indefinitely. There were 3 castings for this movie last year. Over a year ago, they made 3 castings, and you haven't heard a peep since. Same thing with Justice League Dark with J.J. Abrams and all that. That's probably been shelved indefinitely. You're never going to get anything from that either. They threw their money away on that. From what I understand, hey, what's up, Caleb? From what I understand, the reason Warner Bros. Discovery is not releasing Batgirl is because they're trying to recoup some of their investment with tax stuff. To legally claim it as a right now, they can't release it. Well, I mean, again, all of the money that was put forth for Batgirl was under AT&T. Discovery is not trying to recoup any costs because it didn't have any costs when they bought the company. They didn't have that. The only reason why and that I don't see that as viable. I don't see that as viable because when you're buying when you're doing a company buyout, you're not buying. Oh yeah, you are. You do buy debt, but and that's what that is. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how true that is. Could be. I'm not going to totally, just throw that away. But I would say that's just somebody throwing or spitballing a scenario, which is what we all do. We're just speculating. We don't know shit. We just know, hey, this thing has been canceled. They didn't say why. They're people come out, they infer what they believe the reason to be. A lot of people said it was because of the trash costumes. They said that Michael Keaton's Batman costume didn't look good or whatever, but it's the same one that was in the Flash. So if it sucked in Batgirl, it has to suck in the Flash, and the Flash has to translate on film, whereas Batgirl wasn't shot for film. It wasn't shot for a theatrical release. It was probably shot on some other format. So I don't know. That's interesting, but I can't say that's definitely the thing. But anyway, so I mean you had like all these scoopers. I don't want to name any names. Don't want to name any names, no matter who they are. Okay. Anyway, but anyway, so I will. I'll leave the floor for another couple minutes on questions. If you have any questions for me, then I think I'll wrap it up. Just do a tight stream because it wasn't a whole huge dropping of news today, but that was pretty big, and I definitely wanted to give my 2 cents on what I think about the situation. So again, if you like this shirt, or if you like Blue Beetle, I got a Blue Beetle shirt, and you got the scarab on the back, and that's my design. A lot of people put that out there, and they're like, "Oh, hey, this is official. It's not official. It's mine. I put that together. There you go. Ha ha ha." And I have some other stuff available as well. Here's one of the items that I have, which is the Ray Fisher Gotham City University jersey, which 100% of the proceeds go to AFSP, and they still do, and they still will, and they always will. And I'd also like to do a shout out right now just to the patrons of the channel. That's awesome. Thank you guys so much. You're amazing. Let's see. Let me jump back over here. Yeah, hopefully we'll get the Ayer cut. That's another thing is if they are reshuffling, if they are going to do something with narratively speaking, if they're going to do something with trying to course correct or get everyone back on track, hopefully that's something that they're going to do. But hopefully we'll see something like this. I doubt that. I put Steppenwolf in there just for fun, but I mean, hell, they could just call it Task Force X. They don't even have to call it David Ayer Suicide Squad, or they don't have to do exactly what Zach did. They can do their own thing. But again, guys, that's going to do it for me. Will Batgirl fail? Well, obviously it did. Guys, check out that old stream. I put that up in January. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And love you guys for showing up. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.
Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what you saw, check out our other videos and subscribe for more. Be sure to leave your comments and suggestions down below. Don't forget to check out our TeePublic and Teespring store. And a thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Your support is much appreciated. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. This is Zebra Fett, signing off.